Hello everyone, my name is Darius. I'm going to be talking about space tourism. Why I am against it. When we look up at the stars, we often see the future of humanity. We see innovation, courage, and a new frontier. But what if I told you that the billionaires launching themselves into orbit, the view is beautiful, but the price tag for a planet is catastrophic? Today we're going to look beyond the glamour of the billionaire space race to define what this industry actually cost us. Currently, the media defines space tourism as a technological marvel, a necessary step for our future. However, this definition ignores the immediate reality. My argument is that we need to redefine this industry. As stated in my thesis, while often celebrated as a technological marvel, space tourism is an environmentally destructive practice that exacerbates global wealth inequality by prioritizing the leisure of ultra wealthy over planetary health. Our first redefinition concerns the environment. You might think airplanes pollute too. So what's the difference? The difference is where the pollution goes. Unlike airplanes that fly in the lower atmosphere, rocket inject black carbon soot directly into the stratosphere. According to the Wall Street Journal, research shows these particles stay there for up to 5 years, trapping heat. In fact, a single tourist flight emits 50 to 100 times more emission per passenger than a plane trip. The problem isn't just travel, it is a disproportionate ecological attack. If the cost to the environment is high, who is paying for it? This brings us to our second point, which is inequality. The industries say they are making space more accessible to everyone. The Los Angeles Times says, however, the ticket price varies from 200,000 to 58 million. This market is made for well-off people who want a better view. We're changing the definition of inequality on a global scale by burning our shared atmosphere so that few people can have a luxurious experience. Lastly, we need to think about what will happen when these tourists show up. World exploration keeps history alive, but this kind of tourism could wipe it out. The New York Times say that the World Monument Fund has put the moon on its list of endangered sites because tourists who don't follow the rules could damage sacred places like Tranquility Base. There are no laws that say a private company can't accidentally destroy the first footprints that people ever left on the moon because no one owns the moon. Some critics might say that this industry leads to new ideals that will help us all in the long run. They say we had to break eggs to make an omelet, but this argument doesn't deal with the damage that is happening right now. We can't count on possible future benefits when we don't have the rules in place to protect our ozone layer or our history. The Sage International Encyclopedia says that the immediate degradation of the environment is a real threat today. We can support science without supporting unregulated joyrides. In conclusion, a more sustainable path forward. Put science ahead of tourists. Back NASA and government missions that gather scientific data instead of private luxury flights. Advocate for regulation. Push for international laws that protect historic lunar sites like Apollo by making them no-go zones. Demand green engineering. Before private space companies can add more launches to their schedule, they must come up with a cleaner fuel option. In conclusion, we can look at the stars without hurting the Earth or erasing our planet or past. And that's all I have. Thank you for listening.